From the Second Street Dreams audio network, this is Staccato, quick notes dotting the classical music landscape. I'm Draylen Gibson. A first for KMFA, a composer in residence, Quinn Mason, the station's first ever Draylen Mason Composer in residence. They're not cousins or anything, but Quinn Mason and Draylen Mason are related when it comes to composing music.
Of course, I'm enormously grateful because I realize, it's something I've worked hard for. I've worked hard my entire life. Because I realized that in the early age, nobody was just going to give me anything. I had to work hard for it, go seek it out. And so the hard work is paying off, and I'm just taking it all as it comes. I don't really think of it as a one-off. I think of them as establishing relationships, which is why, whenever I work with an orchestra, they usually invite me back, which is a good thing.
This is one of Quinn's works, In Memory. It was commissioned by one of his mentors, Will White of the Harmonia Orchestra in Seattle. It's for those who remember loved ones lost. In Memory is just one of the 20 pieces Quinn has composed that have been performed by orchestras all over the country. It all started in elementary school.
Yeah, it was a career day. One of the people they brought in was the principal oboist of the Dallas Opera Orchestra.
That would be oboist Rogine Russell.
This was 2007. And one of the things she did was she would demonstrate these different pieces. I had heard everything she was playing, and I would recognize it and go, isn't that Dvorak's Ninth Symphony? And I was like 10, 11 years old doing this. Is that Roman Carnival Overture? Is it Shostakovich? Things like that. And, it just really piqued her curiosity. And so, she started asking teachers, or my teachers, who is that kid in the front row? And, explained that I listened to, because my love for classical music was known among my teachers, so they told her that, and she kept in touch. And she's now been one of my great mentors for over 15 years now. Most of what she did for me, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you.
This 25-year-old composer from Dallas is composing 3 works for KMFA during his time as the Draylen Mason Composer in residence. We will air them in May in conjunction with Draylen Mason Day on May 26th. In between now and then, Quinn is a busy man.
It helps that the opportunities that I've been given are awesome, like this one. And then the next week after this, I'll be serving as this year's Classical Roots Composer in Residence with the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. So I'll be spending a week with them. The week after that, I'll be going to San Francisco to work with the San Francisco Conservatory and to meet Esa-pekka, who invited me to meet him. The week after that, I think it's my birthday week.
Oh.
But that week I'm going to be with the Amarillo Symphony. They're playing one of my pieces.
Okay.
And then the week after that, South Bend Symphony, and then
What's your view of 10 years from now, or where you hope to be, and what's your big goal?
Well, looking ahead, I can tell you that I'm starting to conduct a lot more. In fact, just as a heads up on some cool stuff I have coming up, I'm making my professional conducting debut with the West Virginia Symphony Orchestra late April, and also the week I'll be coming back to KMFA. I'll be in the midst of making my debut with the Houston Ballet Orchestra. So I'll be coming from Houston that week. And as you can tell, the conducting is starting to ramp up. I'm starting to do more workshops with great maestros and things like that. And hopefully in 10 years, I'm doing a lot more conducting. Not so much that I'm a music director, because I still want to compose. If you're a music director, you lose time for composition. Leonard Bernstein's a famous example of that. But hopefully I have reached a point in my life where I have a balance between the composing and the conducting.
Quinn Mason, KMFA's first ever Draylen Mason Composer in Residence. There are links on the Staccato page on secondstreetdreams.com. That's Staccato. I'm Jutlin Gibson on the Second Street Dreams audio network on secondstreetdreams.com.